Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everyone. My name is Farihana binti A.Rahman from Mechanical Engineering Department, Polytechnic Mukah, Sarawak. I will present titled Thermal Comfort Assessment for Cadcam Laboratory based on Ashrae 55 standard in Mukah Polytechnic building. For research background, the educational environment, comfortable laboratories have a direct impact on occupants, primarily affecting the focus and productivity of students. Engineering disciplines like Cadcam require high precision and cognitive endurance, making thermal satisfaction a baseline requirement for teaching and learning. The research gap: no baseline localized studies have previously evaluated the thermal performance inside the specialized Cadcam facilities at Polytechnic Mukah. This analysis serves as an empirical foundation for future infrastructure engineering and ventilation adjustments. Study objectives: first, dual assessment, evaluate indoor environments using simultaneous physical instrumentation, measurements and subjective occupant responses. Second, ventilation modes, compare performance and thermal comfort acceptability across two system modes, air conditioning and natural ventilation. And the third, Ashrae standard, verify whether laboratory conditions successfully comply with global comfort envelopes stipulated by the Ashrae 55 standards. The methodology: first, we did the pilot phase, conduct a feasibility check to calibrate testing apparatus and evaluate survey design integrity. Second, we did the field testing, execute tests during active lab sessions using 136 real student occupants as physical samples. The third, data gathering, log temperature, humidity, air velocity and simultaneous occupant point in time surveys. And the last one is analysis, apply data to CBE tool, calculate PMV PPD indices and plot thermal comfort range. The next one is laboratory physical setup. So this is the pictures of Cadcam laboratory with natural ventilation and using air condition. The facility covers an active floor space of 81.7 meters square in cooling mode to split air conditioning units, regulate the heat loads generated by computer workstations. In natural ventilation mode, standard overhead ceiling fans provide internal air motion. Measurements are strictly conducted in compliance with Ashrae 55 protocols, dividing the classroom into 3 standard measurement heights at sitting level, 0.6 meters above the floor. So this is the scientific instrumentation. I'm using air velocity meter and thermohygrometer. Air velocity meter is to use to trace subtle changes in room wind space, recording every 3 minutes across key areas, and thermohygrometer for logs ambient air temperature and relative humidity continuously at 5-minute interval. For subjective evaluation, point in time surveys directly administered to occupants during active classes to quantify immediate psychological thermal perception. And then Ashrae 7-point sensation scale, votes classified from cold, -3 value, to hot, +3 value, are compiled to find thermal satisfaction. Equilibration window, surveys are strictly filled out 30 minutes after teaching starts to allow metabolic rates and clothing adaptations to reach equilibrium. And the last one is probability of comfort. Sensation votes falling between -1 and +1 indicate basic comfort acceptability. So this is the PMV and PPD models. The PMV equation, predicted mean vote, PMV models thermal sensation using occupant metabolic activity 1.0 to 1.3 met, and clothing insulation 0.5 to 1.0 CLO, CLO. The predicted percentage dissatisfied PPD relates mathematically to the PMV score, expressing the percentage of occupants likely to find the room uncomfortable. This is the environmental data summary that we have from the experiment. So for the physical operative temperature for the air conditioning 25 degrees Celsius, for natural ventilation 25.9 degrees Celsius, and for the Ashrae 55 standard, the value is should be 23 degrees Celsius to 28.5 degrees Celsius. Physical PMV value we get from the air conditioning 0.49, and for natural ventilation comfort acceptable. For the Ashrae 55 standard, the value should be negative 0.5 to positive 0.5. For subjective PMV sensation, the air conditioning value is negative 0.03 and natural ventilation is positive 0.24, and the Ashrae 55 standard should be lies within negative 0.5 to positive 0.5. And the last one is occupant acceptability. Air conditioning 89% accept, and natural ventilation 90%. And for the Ashrae 55 standard, should be more and equal than 80%. So this is the result from the data and analysis. So this is the comparison for PMV sensation. The result for physical PMV air conditioning is 0.49. The survey for PMV air condition 0.03. The survey PMV for natural ventilation 0.24, and the Ashrae acceptable range is 0.5. So the physical PMV index for air conditioning is slightly warmer than subjective survey scores, but remains well inside the standard limits. So the 90% accept natural ventilation. So the adaptive comfort achieved, the operative temperature range consistently between 23.5 degrees Celsius and 28.5 degrees Celsius when relying on ceiling fans and open air structures. This meets Ashrae 55 adaptive comfort standards, proving that naturally ventilated classrooms in regional Sarawak are highly tolerable and comfortably accepted by the local student demographic. So that is all from me, Farihana A.Rahman from Mechanical Engineering Department, Polytechnic Mukah, Sarawak. And thank you for your attention and have a nice day.